In this video, we are going to create an iPart from this previous MAXTube part that we developed. Um, as you'll remember in the previous video, we have a bunch of variables driving the configuration of this tube. And so we're going to now create an iPart and try and take advantage of these variables. So we'll just start with under the Manage tab, Make iPart. And here we have the part name, Inventor file. Oh wait, cancel that. Create iPart, not make iPart. Create iPart. Okay, there we go. So here we have a bunch of tabs at the top that we're going to use some of. Because we created custom parameters, those are automatically brought over. So you can see that the width, height, thickness, and length are all brought over, but you can like bring them back, or you could bring, I think, some of these over. But length is one that we want. And where did it go? Parameters. Length here. And also, if you want, we're going to bring that over. And you can, if you want, when you create these iParts, you may want certain variables to be first and which to be last. So if you just bring everything back and then, select the first one, will be the first variable to be chosen. So here we have our variables, and I want length to be last, but it was already. Okay, so that is what we're going to have. And down here is the configuration. So we have one configuration right now. We have a part number, we have a member name, and then we have the variables. And one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to make length, I'm going to right click on it here and make this a custom parameter. Okay, that means that can change. The user can put in any value he wants, because these tubes are bought in 47-inch length, but you're probably going to cut it down. And so when you select this, you get the opportunity to put in the exact length you want. Okay, and that's going to be standard for all the parts. Now if we go here, we can insert a row. So here we have a part number again, and we have different values in different thicknesses. So we can make, I think if we look at the file here, go back up here. We have 2 by 1 and 1/16, 1/8, and 3/16. So if we go back here, we can make this 1/16. There's 1/8. We can insert a row, and this can be 3/16. Okay. So that is those tubes. Now, these tubes also, they all have a grid, and so they'll just be left as is. We have a 1/2 inch and a 1 by 1 with grid, and we have we have 2 by 1, 2 by 1. So that is 2 by 1 light, which is, let's check the top here. So 2 by 1 standard has grid and no grid. 2 by 1/16 and 3/16 all have grid. So these two have no grid and grid, but we're not going to be worrying about those. We didn't do that profile in this part. So we'll go back here to the configuration. That's not in there. These all have grid. Okay. So 1 by 1 and 1 by 1 with 1/16 and 1.5 inch. Okay. So we're going to add the 1 by 1s in now. So 1 by 1. Oh, 1 by 1, that's with the corners, so we don't want that one. So 1/16 and 1/8. So here we will add, insert a row, and insert a row. And this will be a 1 by 1. And what did we say? That has 1/16 and 1/8. So, okay. They all have grid. So that's 1/16 and 1/8. Call it 2/16. Okay. Let's make it 1/8. I mean, I don't want it to show up like that. So, 1/8. Don't be lazy. Okay, so that's the 1 by 1. And then we're going to add the 1/2 inch. Insert row, MAXTube. And this will be 0.5. 0.5. And that is 1/16, I think. Doesn't really say, but actually I wrote in. I looked on the website, and it is 1/16 inch wall. And this is 1/16 and 1/8. Okay. So let's go back. MAXTube 1/16, 1/8. And so this is 1/16. 1/16. Okay. So that's the different profile configurations. Now, properties, author, comments, part number. Let's take that back. We have the part number. Okay. And, oh, we have suppression. Okay. So, for this one, we have the top and bottom hole, the mid hole, and the upper and lower holes. So for the 2x1s, the upper and lower holes all exist. But for the 1x1, here, the upper and lower is suppressed. So we're actually going to bring those over. So here, the upper and lower holes for the 1x1 are suppressed. There. And they're all 47 inches. And let's see. iFeature, iMates, work features, no. Properties, part number. So here we could, if we go back, we could go into the website and put in the actual part number, so you could order it quickly. I'm not going to do that in this video. So we're actually going to hit OK. Okay. And so we have our table. And the first one is highlighted. It's active. We can make this one cancel. We can activate that one. Hit OK. We see it got thicker. We can activate this one. Got thicker still. Now we can activate this one. And we go to, that looks like the 1x1. And this one should be activate. Okay, a little thicker again. And last one, activate. Okay, and we have the 1/2 inch. So there we have a variety of configurations all stored in one iPart. Okay. So we're going to go back and activate this one. Okay. And we're going to save that. We're going to just keep it the same name, MAXTube regular. And then we're going to create an assembly. And in the assembly, we're going to place let's see, where are we? MAXTube regular. We're going to place a part. So here we can go into the table. and we can pick the parts. So, and we can also change this value to 34 and hit OK. So there's our part. And then we can add another part. We can add this part here. Go back. And it looks like we'll have to dismiss that. Place again. Go to MAXTube, regular, open, and you have the tree, lower hole. You can make this 24. And place that, click, and then dismiss. And now we have our completely different parts set up to place different configurations using one file. We could create another iPart with these configurations, right? We could use this configuration to drive the other complete set of iParts. And for the ones that have no pattern and grid pattern, again, we could use the whole suppress that feature and create, variations on that. We could also then apply the max pattern if we wanted and suppress that in certain ones. But that's what I wanted to show with this, and how you use an iPart and how you create an iPart. Obviously, with this, you want to add, apply style, apply a material and apply, color style to it, that sort of thing. Since you're making kind of a generic part, but I'm not going to go into that for today. Thanks very much.